Another conversation we are having over and over again is about how there are so many white male film critics. Are you aware that there are white male film critics in the world or at this table? So yet another study has come out. So San Diego State does an annual look at the number of female film critics and how men are writing about films directed by women or telling female stories, and the numbers aren't great, and they use Rotten Tomatoes as their test pool, whatever you want to call it, statistically.
To find,
yeah, so there you go, that too. But to find their numbers from which they draw their conclusions. And so one of the main things they are saying is that a majority of the reviewers, 68%, were men, and the average man writing 13 critiques to the average woman's 11. So. Thoughts, white men?
Yes.
So and the study also says that they're using the top critics as a gauge. The percentage of women has gone up in the last few years because there has been a concerted effort by the staff at Rotten Tomatoes to embrace more female film critics and seek them out. That is, look, they could go halvesies real quick. Like there'd be a lot of screaming from the people that got caught out, but that could happen. It's just somebody's got to have the bravery to do it.
The one qualm I have about the notion about that male film critics are harsher on films directed by women than women critics are is that sadly the pool of films directed by women is so small that I think that's almost like it almost seems like such a small focus group to build that kind of study on, because it's such it's a tragic low percentage, but because it's such a low percentage, I think it's unfair to sort of pin it all on that handful of movies.
One thing that's amazing to me too, they say in this study, is that male critics were less likely to mention the name of the director if the director is a woman.
Oh,
what film critic who knows what they are doing does not mention the name of the director in their review? That's just stupid. Anyway, the LA Times also did a look along these lines at minority critics who do not have enough of a voice clearly in the critical world, and our dear friend Alonso is among the people who they interviewed you. We've got a clip, I believe, right?
Yeah.
We've got a clip.
Criticism matters because films matter.
Art reflects life, and film is an art.
I think a lot of people have this idea that it is supposed to be, they look at your tomato meter or something, they come away with a very simplistic and kind of reductive view of, that it's just pros and cons.
Film reviewing, generally speaking, it's like what you do on Yelp. You have an opinion and you post it. Film criticism is about analysis, deconstruction, and understanding a movie in the context of the entire world of cinema.
Expound further, please.
Sure. Well, Travella Anderson at the LA Times, basically working off of the Annenberg USC study, was talking about diversity in film reviews. And so I was one of the people he talked to, and I'm glad to be part of it. LATimes.com, go read the piece.
And we'll continue to talk about this. I wish we could talk about it more right now. We got to wrap.